players that worked for them in that fourth and fifth set.
And ang bilis agad, and I think it's going to be a lot of these quick points because Cignal, when they picked up the speed, it kind of worked for them because they know also the efficiency of Criss Cross at the block.
And
That's 2 of 3. That's a good play for Ish Polvorosa. Just doing that towards the right pin. Usually you see these quick attacks in the middle.
Nasagutan lang in the start of this set. The clean attacks coming from both teams. So the second look on that Glorioso. Way up there, all the attacks of Criss Cross.
Nakakatawa si Jao. Parang mas kinikilig pa siya dun sa mga utakan eh. Kasi parang par for the course na yung mga malalakas eh. Yun! Ayun, lumabas. But he gets a, I think gets a check ball.
Safe to say, Jao Mandales unstoppable.
It's all for fun. And that one went straight down for JP Bogawan.
And whenever Cignal gets that good first ball, you can expect JP Bogawan to be system. Talking about Cignal, because you know that net defense will be established on the side of Criss Cross.
Big serves. Oh, over receive. Another chance here for Criss Cross. Almendras, it was a perfect set. He did not waste it.
Wow.
And Criss Cross now enjoying a 3-point advantage on our second technical timeout. Out of it, not by any means. So this is a 6-point deficit they need to make up. And that's just Criss Cross saying, nope, we want to finish this first set and start strong, because they want to be back on Sunday.
And for Cignal, they can't serve easy here because it's like giving a chance ball to Criss Cross. Take a look at Ish Polvorosa activating Glorioso in that slide attack.
1 point at a time, and that's what Cignal has to do. Whoa, big serve. If he can come up with 5 more of those, that is definitely going to solve the problem here in the first set.
It was really the spin on that serve that Garcia could not stabilize himself to receive that one.
On the service line, which is bad news for Criss Cross. Big serve. That's a good stop by Almendras. Garcia, 3-man block, no problem, says Jude Garcia. And that is a win for Criss Cross in this first set as the fans celebrate this early victory in set number 1. Finally, Criss Cross feeling what it's like to win against Cignal again, but Cignal remembering that they did take game number 1. Let's see
the
how
contribution of other players, especially Rotter here.
Yeah.
Because everyone for Criss Cross has been contributing, as Riquinton starting the set hot with a cross-court attack.
You know, you talk about Steven Rotter is actually
Criss Cross putting more, team effort here.
Quick solo block works for Cignal. A 2 in a row for the HD Spikers. Listening to Jao Mandal in that interview, they talk about all of the studying, all of the mental prep that they did. Iba yung theoretically, alam mo yung kailangan mong gawin, pero to be able to implement everything and execute everything is the other challenge. And you can bet that the opponents did exactly the same
elevation that allows him to go for the sharp angles.
Casanya looking across the net, chose Miguel from back row. Good choice.
You're seeing more intensity from Cignal right now. That's what they need. They need to find their confidence back. They won game 1. We saw a different Cignal in that game 1. They won while Criss Cross has played steady and consistent all throughout, which makes everything just much more difficult here for Cignal.
Solo block, even that works for Jude Garcia. Just displaying his all-around talent.
Reading that one early and going for that jump at the right time. Take a look at that one. Was way above that net even before Martin Bogawan got a contact on that ball.
It might be. Does not bode well for Cignal.
And Coach Dex is just really forced to, find the good mix. As you mentioned earlier, you have Retamar and Ramirez starting for them in this third set.
Cignal going to get that first point? Fine. Oh, that was a tough serve. Nice save by Almendras there. We saw that from our vantage point. And para siyang ibon. He just flies higher than everybody else and really sees where the vulnerable areas are on Cignal's court.
And the change of tempo and ball control really fooling that floor defense. Lorenzo and Mandal had a good read. Just
all kinds of antics from Jude Garcia today. But Rotor will get it back and Cignal maintains the lead. It's down to 2, but still Criss Cross playing catch up in this third set. A tough serve. Almendras will try again. 3-man block. He manages to get it over. So just
which is much more difficult to defend.
Yeah, walang rebound. Oh, yun. And Jao Mandal does the same thing. Takes advantage of the solo block. And the combination attack. Good cover though. That was a good solo block. Garcia again with a push. And again, these power hits, just very well measured. Tama-tama lang. This is game 2 of the finals. This is a do or die for Criss Cross. Meantime, Cignal also wanting to extend this match. Masafat with the serve there. Asia looking for Almendras. 1 point saved.
Almendras has done a good job really breaking through that net defense.
At the serve there. 6 set points for Cignal. Ramirez stopped by Sumanggid. And Almendras will just send the ball over. Another chance for Cignal to end this here. And Ramirez will get it easily. You talked about how Ramirez is cool and calm and just doing his job. And he's going to counter and adjust mid-game. Let's see who scores first in set 4. Requinton blocked. One more chance. Oh! And we're seeing Cignal just blocking better and better. Now really closing out with that roof.
And Rotter and Bugawan didn't even have to move there. They knew that that ball was going to go to Requinton. He was the only available attacker
of the game.
Pressure is on now for Criss Cross.
11.
Right pin now, Requinton. Good idea to just
Big lead right away.
Still a must-win set for Cignal HD. Ooh, quick one. You know, Sumanggid talagang nabutan pa niya. Just a little too fast on that. Good receive by Umandal. He goes for the attack. That's a deja vu all over again. Same play and same success by Jao Umandal getting Cignal to 8 points.
Parts.
One-handed set for Polvorosa. And Almendras still manages to get the point off the block of his former teammate, Owa Retamar. It's great acrobatics there. Dito ngayon, actually, ang Criss Cross, they need to win to play a third game 3. Yan.
But Almendras has been coming up big in this set. Net defense, attack points as well, challenging. You know, the defense, the floor defense of Cignal.
Big game for Nico Almendras. 16 points already today.
So much space, mind out of the game. Let's see if he'll be able to bounce back.
Here comes Criss Cross. Requinton!
But good news. Yeah. Good news for Criss Cross. They have Requinton to deliver the points if Jude Garcia could not convert. And iba din yung fighting spirit talaga ni Requinton all throughout this match.
Another efficient opposite spiker and just really
because of the service errors, talking about Criss Cross.
Gawan with 10 points. One-handed set again for Ish, and Rotor now is scoring off their solo block. And
the leading scorer here for Cignal.
And the serves are dangerous from Cignal in this fourth set. Off the hands again. Buhay pambola. Off system. Same thing for Cignal. Here comes Luis Ramirez. Picked up by Sumanggid. And this exchange. Liberos. Wow, what a rally there.
Oh, but Lorenzo and Sumanggid with great digs. We talked about libero. They have been giving their all here. Take a look at that one, Sumanggid. Lorenzo as well. But Saura taking that overpass.
That reverse sweep.
Yeah.
They're on their way.
But Almendras really
Winning.
Yeah.
5-set or a championship winning 5-set. Not yet. Chance to turn things around here. They just need one good first ball. Almost got away. Let's see what happens. Retamar choosing Umandal, and the easy point for Jao Umandal. Again, just using his brains and just being smart about that last point to win it and to extend for set 5.
And that's what the Coach Dex wanted for that set to go to Umandal, because clearly he's a high percentage attacker here. Simple play, drop ball. Polvorosa couldn't get into the ball on time.
And we are going distance once again. What's new? That's what we got in game number 1. And we are in for another look at it. Two ways. On the one hand, you can forgive the errors because they were so good with their attacks. On the other hand, you can see it the other way. If they only minimize the errors, panalong-panalo na sana sila. So they know they have to clean up in this third set because this is now...
Well, making sure they're on the right mindset and have that sense of urgency.
Well, they're coming up with a tough serves. Holding nothing back at the service line. Broken play again. Requinton playing it smart. And that pancake save, Lorenzo. 2 touches there. Jude Garcia was quiet in the fourth set, but he is making noise once again, just beating out the 2-man block.
Tight set there, but Jude Garcia has the advantage of his strength. 2 blockers against him, but Jude Garcia winning that one.
I think it's the hip pain. We know that Jao Umandal is coming off of an injury, and that's the reason why he wasn't getting as much playing time as we're used to. Oh, Luis Ramirez just more than makes up for the absence of Jao.
Perfect cross-court attack there, avoiding the blockers, avoiding the floor defense, right in between Sumanggid and Almendras.
And you know, this is something for Cignal to think about. The Jao Umandal already yung iniinda na niya yung likod
Just
niya.
here, create some spark.
Well, he is really the source of stability for Criss Cross. And again, things happen when you put Marcus Espejo on the court.
And right now, this is what Criss Cross needs, the contribution of the middle. They need to activate them just to create spaces for the wing attackers. Glorioso there with a great slide attack. Caught Rotter out of position.
Here comes Criss Cross. Oh, wow, JP Bugawan with that block. Requinton, again answered, this time by Silang. Good defense from Cignal. Look at that. Just 3 stops in a row. JP Bugawan just celebrating that point. Crucial is to execute those quick plays. Kasi if you're 0.01 seconds off, you're not going to get the ball in. Ramirez, on the other hand, will get the ball back for Cignal.
And this is why a lot of sets going to...
That's a tough floater serve. Umandal. Good save by Espejo. Requinton again from back row, and he's going to get it again. Jaron Requinton just saving the day. And just play composed, flawless volleyball. The next 2 sequences, no time for that, because Criss Cross wants to play another game. They live another day, and we are going to game 3.
What a fight coming from the King Crunchers. It looked like Cignal was pulling off a reverse sweep, but in the tail end, they went neck and neck in the start of the 5th set, but in the tail end, it was Criss Cross executing better. Jared Rickington, he changed the direction of this match. Back-to-back points, consistent on that service line. A lot of fight coming from him, but the other players coming alive also in this match.
And look at that last point. You can see just really all of the pressure, all of the emotion that they kept in to maintain composure. Now Criss Cross is letting go and feeling it.
And that was a good decision for